Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm a little sick today, so I'm gonna sound a little sexier than usual. I'm sorry about that. I know that you all are really upset about that one. Yeah, so I saw this video uploaded a few hours ago from Mary Spender. It's about the government betraying us. Nothing new there, right? Let's start a riot, you know what I'm saying? But not quite yet. Watch the video first. And I saw from the captions when I was seeing the preview of this video, AI was mentioned. There's been a lot of stuff going on with AI recently, huh? A lot of big questions here. Is it inevitable? Is AI gonna take over everything? Will people not want to do anything anymore? Will everyone on the planet just fall to poverty and there'll be like 10 jobs and you ain't getting one of them, I'll tell you that. Neither am I. I can try to make the videos all I want, but as I make videos, the AI will just be trained on them and it'll spit out videos. Then there's a dial that's just make me like 15% funnier and better at guitar. How do I compete with that, you know? These are questions that we probably won't answer in this video, but we'll talk about them. I'm no expert in any of this stuff. I'm not researched. All I'm equipped with are half-baked opinions, and I'm a contrarian. I like to not agree with people, so there we go. That's pretty much all I got. So, if you're like me, you're on Instagram, and I think it's an inevitability with your Instagram algorithm with the shorts that eventually it'll all just turn into AI slop. All things lead to it. A few months ago, it started out as like these anamorphic cats that would like cheat on each other and get each other pregnant. I wonder if I can find some videos of that. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Like cat dressed up in military garb, pregnant wife. Oh, what do you think's gonna happen to her, fellas? Am I right? It's just disgusting garbage. Uh-oh. Bad boy cat. Watch out. I'm gonna mute this. Oh, she just cheated on her deployed husband. Oh my goodness. Gotta move on, bro. Dude, freaking bad boy cat. Wait, watch how the water breaks here. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. So, you know, it's very clearly AI. And you can see why this infects your algorithm, because how do you not watch this, right? Which is scary, because you're watching AI slop right now. And there's, like, a lot of gray area with this, because, yeah, it's AI. This isn't, like, fully AI, though. Like, somebody directed this. They guided, I want the cat to be in the military, I want him to get deployed, I want this bad boy cat, give him a black leather jacket, her water breaks, and then AI does its weird thing with the green water breaking, and so on. Like, there's some human direction there. The question is this art? In the most lazy and basic sense, I feel like this technically needs to be defined as art. Again, it is less than just drawing a line on a page. It's less than just throwing paint at a canvas, because people like to make fun of like Jackson Pollock, like, oh, it's not even art, right? It's gotta be less than that, because it feels especially bad too, because the input is just you saying a bunch of dumb stuff, and then the output is like this kind of movie looking thing. It's so much output for such a small lazy input. But there is some like creative direction. Like, this video would not exist without the creative direction of the author of the prompts. It's not AI art made by AI though, which I think that would be the true apocalypse of art if we just had that happening, which we probably do have that happening. This is AI. It's very obviously AI. The videos that I've been seeing recently are stuff like this. Let me see if I can find it. Take a look at this.
A girl told me we're made of prompts. Like, seriously, dude? You're saying the only thing standing between me and $1 billion is some random text?
Yeah, that's so true, man. Dude, this guy gets it right here. You think you're made of prompts, or are you stupid? All
Honestly,
right.
the biggest red flag is when the guy believes in the prompt theory. Like, really? We came from prompts? Wake up, man.
And see, the scary thing is I see that, and it's like, you'd make a great YouTuber with that kind of energy. Seriously? We're made of prompts? Yeah, that's good energy right there. That's good. You'll be good for a camera. And then it's like, oh, yeah, she will be good for a camera. You could probably just feed my videos to this AI or whatever and just have it be her, and she'll just kind of do what I'm doing here, basically. And maybe you can dial up like the eloquence and dial down the amount of likes and ums being said. That'd be interesting. These videos are a little terrifying to see because they look real.
You want to convince me that this perfect creation behind me is the result of one...
Like, that looks freaking real. Like, it is not reminiscent of the cat cheating on each other AI videos.
Zeros? A binary code and nothing more? It makes no sense.
Okay, so you get the idea. This video, it's a little separate from all that I'm talking about. Like, is it art or not? This is more about the government side of it and what the government can do. I don't know if any of this can be stopped. I don't know if it should be stopped. And the implications of it, I also have no idea. So, with that being said, let's jump into it.
So one of the biggest issues creatives are currently facing is AI and its ability to learn from, copy and create new materials in a matter of seconds. If mishandled, it's an existential threat for creatives at all levels, from copywriters, novelists, musicians, graphic designers, you name it.
Yeah, see, what's the solution exactly? It's to stop creating stuff so we don't feed it anymore? That really seems like the answer, I don't know.
Machines are coming, and no one is safe. Learning an instrument, or to paint, or redrafting a novel for the millionth time takes blood, sweat, and tears. Writing a prompt does not.
It takes blood, sweat, and tears to make any kind of art. Of course it does. Some art, sometimes it takes no blood, sweat, and tears. Like, again, throwing paint at a canvas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that as somebody who very much appreciates abstract art. It's my favorite kind of art. I love that. That's why I display it right there. And of course, there are different versions of it. Like, my mom is a painter. She's the one who paints all that. I see the work that goes into the stuff that she does. Like, there is work. There's also versions of abstract painting that I think wouldn't take that much work. Like, if I literally just picked up paint and threw it at a canvas. And that would obviously be probably a low quality piece of abstract art. Is it not art though? Like, it still is. And I think somebody even writing this into a prompt, a golden retriever and a green park and sunlight filtering through the trees. It's like writing poetry, like a really simple form of poetry. And the AI is just interpreting it and bringing it to life using previously downloaded art that is made by real people. It's very low effort, but it's still some amount of effort. I think it's not fair to say that writing a prompt is nothing, because this particular picture of the golden retriever in a green park and sunlight filtering through the trees would not exist without somebody articulating it in this way right here and clicking that button. And probably clicking the button 100 times will give it 100 slightly different images. So maybe even clicking the generate button is art in some ways, or effort at the very least. My point is, it's kind of a gray area, and I feel when people say that it's like no effort to write a prompt, they're just so off-put by the little amount of effort required to make something that we're used to seeing as like a high effort product, like that image that we're about to see.
Are trained on large amounts of data like audio, text, and imagery in order to recognize patterns.
Like that. Look at that freaking dog.
Whether that's the likely next chord in a sequence or word in a
The 4 chord. Sorry, I don't know.
sentence.
I'm sick too. I'm a little delirious.
And both the amount of and quality of data vastly improves the model. But it's not thinking for itself. They are only possible through the countless hours of work that creatives have been through, learning, practicing, writing, recording, and publishing.
Again, it's using someone else's work and you're making something new with it. I guess parallels I can make. Logic, for example, Logic Pro, if you're a Mac user, has tons of drum loops and samples. Like, obviously, I think using those is much more creative than writing a prompt, but it's still this gradient of creativity. I think the only way to actually leave the gradient is if computers are writing the prompts too, and there is no human interaction or creativity in that. And this isn't like the point of the video we're watching here. She's talking about the government stuff. I'm just saying, just something that I hear a lot, the effort. I feel like it's easy to dismiss the effort required to write a prompt. Whatever that means.
Meta says it would be too difficult and time-consuming to get permission to use books, and they don't need to anyway because it's fair usage, and that an individual book is so small in data terms that it wouldn't make a difference anyway. And they're sticking to that story. An unredacted email uses evidence from Meta's director of engineering said, if we license one single book, we won't be able to lean into fair use strategy. We'll have to wait and see how these court cases play out because the results really matter for the future.
The Western governments must fight
scenario
back.
Where you want your government to stand up and say, nice try, but let's get real. You can absolutely afford this, so let's talk terms. And if you try and weasel out of it, we'll write laws that will stop you. Instead, the UK government is seemingly doing everything they can to side with big tech. First, they said that...
Yeah, like, of course they are. I'm not like a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty well known big tech kind of is the government. They have a lot of power over it. That's what seems so futile about fighting it, and that's why I don't really have a care myself to fight it. I kind of just have to find reasons why it's not going to be detrimental to me. Like, I guess some of the reasonings that I have, it's like, sure, somebody could make an AI sore hands account and then just produce twice or 4 times as many videos as I usually would, but you only have my past videos to train it on, and only I, the real, not AI sore hands, I'm not AI by the way, can actually make new sore hands ideas. So without me, there's no new sore hands. musicians. You know, it would all just be the same recycled stuff, and you could make it infinitely, sure, but it would be like super just the same. Which maybe there are ways around that. Like if you add in other people's stuff as well, then it is different. Maybe I just dismantled my own thing there. I don't know. Let's keep listening to her government must fight back arguments. Hold on.
Current copyright laws were holding back the AI and creative industries and proposed tech firms be allowed complete access, and that artists would have to opt out of their work being used as training data. Cue uproar and protests from hundreds of the biggest names in the industry, including Elton John, Dua Lipa, and Paul McCartney, citing impracticality, lack of transparency, and economic ruin. Now the government has blocked a proposed amendment to the Data Use and Access Bill that would have required tech companies to reveal which copyrighted material they've used in their models. The government is desperately trying to grow the economy and sees AI and big tech as their savior, and is clearly swallowing the absolute nonsense, pardon my French, that paying for this material would make life impossible for them. I have seen no convincing explanations on how paying for usage would hold back big tech. Take this. This is from the Center for...
Yeah, it's just more freaking paperwork, you know, they don't want to do that. I kind of get it. That's what I would do if I was big tech. I'd be like, screw you guys, you freaking artists. I think we got everything for this video that we need to get. I think I want to leave it off with one more thing, because I want to show some examples of AI classical music, because I found one channel that I keep getting recommended, because one of you posted it and I clicked on it once, and now I'm just always recommended this stupid AI music channel. Is it going to be detrimental to like all artists? I don't think so, personally, and this is a very half-baked opinion. I think it's just kind of gonna get rid of all the art that doesn't need to be made anymore. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend about this, and she gave me some example that she saw on, like, Reddit or something, where it was, like, this pharmaceutical ad that was with real people, and this other one that was fake. That was AI, and the real one cost like $500,000 to make, and the fake one costs $500. And so all the people involved in making an ad, they're just out of a job. Which to that, I hear that they are out of a job, which like on paper seems really bad. I don't know if anybody making the ad actually wanted to be there. If we can just use AI to make stuff like that, the stuff that nobody wants to make, instruction manuals, ads, that seems pretty good. What about all the acting jobs? What happens to all the actors that we have? Well, I don't know. What happened to all the musicians that we had back in the 80s and like earlier and stuff, or 80s, 90s and like all that? Like musicians nowadays, it's pretty rare that we look for a record label or something like that. You just kind of produce yourself, because you can buy like this thing right here, the Scarlet, and you can pretty easily learn to record yourself, and now probably hundreds of thousands of songs each day get uploaded to the internet, and the popular ones kind of rise to the top, and they're just homebrews, and a lot of the artists that we listen to now are people with 1,000 and 2,000 followers on Spotify and stuff. I feel like we have way more access to niche genres and artists now that recording equipment is so widespread. I would imagine the same thing will happen with actors and directors. You want to act and direct? Maybe just make a YouTube or an Instagram channel and just make your own movie. This might be like an absolutely catastrophically horror awful take. An iPhone camera, they're pretty good nowadays. Just get a good microphone for it. That's like cheap. Everyone has an iPhone. All your actor friends involved, they have iPhones too, so you have like multiple cameras they can set up. You could shoot anything you want that way, and then just produce your own movie. And maybe what's happened with music, where we have all these homebrews now, will just happen in the film industry, where people aren't filming stuff unless they really are passionate about filming it. Nobody's filming commercials anymore. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments about how logistically what I'm saying is completely stupid, and I'll probably agree with you. But I can't help but make that parallel. Homebrewing will just be more of a thing now. I mean, take a look at the world that we live in now. Me, for example, I've been on YouTube for 2 years or so, just grinding, making videos, because I have a love for like being a comedian and being a musician. So I'm very passionate about this project, and I've garnered 20,000-ish subscribers, and I straight up make a living doing this. Like, I don't have a real job. I make the majority of my living doing this, and then less or so teaching guitar lessons. And in a lot of ways, I'm like micro famous on this platform with the amount of subscribers and views that I get. Not famous to any meaningful degree. Nobody knows who I am. But it's like micro famous, which is enough to just kind of have a regular amount of income. And I think a lot of people could do what I'm doing here. And I'm not discrediting the amount of like clickbait and tricks that I've learned over the few years that I've been doing YouTube, but I think they're easy tricks to learn that anyone could learn. I could just see more actors and directors just doing that sort of thing. And they don't even have to get 100,000, a million subscribers. You can just have 20,000 subscribers, and you're kind of doing fine. Like, obviously, if I only relied on YouTube income, that probably wouldn't quite be enough. But that's why I have my side thing. I teach my students, and that's like plenty. So maybe as an actor, you'd have to find some other equivalent. I mean, first thought that I have acting lessons. Like, that's something that you can teach. Like, people always need to be taught. And don't say AI is going to take over teaching, because it's not. I guarantee you, if I had a Brandon AI, I would not feel nearly as embarrassed to show up unprepared, and I would not feel nearly as motivated to practice for this fake Brandon AI, because I just wouldn't care. I wouldn't respect AI Brandon because he's not a real person. But when I'm dealing with the actual Brandon, it's a guy, and I'm like wasting his time if I show up unprepared. Sure, you could learn from AI if you're insanely motivated, but it's not even close to the same. Like, a mentorship is more than just information. It's a relationship. That's my point. AI is not going to take over teaching anytime soon. I think it has a better chance of taking over entertainment before education, honestly. And I do think people are still going to want to make art. One last thing before we go. Let's look at this freaking AI music YouTube channel. Guitar Haven. I hate the commenter who recommended this crap to me. 10,000 views? Hey, not bad. Tons of people would love those views, man. I hope this video gets that many views. Let's social blade Guitar Haven. God, to be determined on everything. 4,400 subscribers. What, are you not even monetized? We don't even freaking know. Just 300,000 views. I mean, no hate to whoever's behind Guitar Haven. It is upsetting, though. And I'm not salty. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. Let's just take a look at some of this. You can see I listened to the whole thing, I bet. No, I did. Oh. No, that's a real man. We don't want that. We don't want a real boy on our AI channel. Opening Baroque guitar duet. Elegant counterpoint begins. An hour long. I wonder how long it took AI to compose this. We like to throw around the word compose very loosely. Look at that guitar. It has enough pegs for like 17 strings. Your guitar looks a little out of tune there. I don't know about that. Guitar AI strings are funny, aren't they? Alright. Oh, this is 0.5. Let me slow that down. I mean, obviously fake. There's not even that much to say about it. It's not even like egregious or anything. I don't know. What do you guys think? I honestly have no opinions about it. Do you think it's egregious? This would be an interesting one for the comments. Certainly Bach inspired. Alright, that's that one. Shout out to this channel. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Well, feel free to debate anything that I said in the comment section. I'm definitely welcome to that. That being said, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, if you want some guitar lessons, I'm fully booked, but feel free to send me an email and you can introduce yourself to me. And if it seems like a good fit, I'll reach out to you. Of course, head on down over to Root's Delight for some merch. And there's a Patreon. I don't know. I'll do something with the Patreon soon. We'll see. Maybe over the summer. Alright. I'll see you in the next one.